Elliot from the Retro Future reached out to me to see if I wanted to fix a Nintendo 3DS LL because he said he wanted to use it as some sort of pillow for bedtime or something. And I said, yeah, of course, send it over and I'll take a look at it. I have no idea what's actually wrong with it, but as you can see, it isn't in great condition. This isn't by design, believe it or not. A lot of this is not looking great. Now, as far as I'm aware, you do usually have a 3DS XL. I think, but could be wrong, that the LL is a Japan exclusive, which means that if we do need any parts, they're going to be a little bit more difficult to source. Although I think they might be very, very similar to the XL model. At least I hope so anyway. The hinge on this seems to be absolutely fine, which is really, really good news. Structurally, it looks and feels pretty sound. We do seem to be missing the actual stylus itself. I don't know, again, what the fault is. I'm going to try and just turn it on and see what happens. We don't get anything. I think we're meant to get like a blue light once we power this on. So I think our first test is actually going to be to just give it some power or slash charge up here. We take our power cable, we plug it in, and we see what happens. Nothing at all. We don't get any power, no charge, nothing on this console. Okay, strange. So I wonder if we're actually getting the voltage we need going into it. I don't even know what these copper parts here are. I wonder if that's for like some alternative charging method or something along those lines. Anyway, I think it's pretty safe to say that we need to now take this apart and see what's going on with it. Before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is the solution for all your PCB needs. Imagine this scenario. You're in dire need of a reliable service to print some custom circuit boards. Those boards need to be great quality, have fast shipping, and be at a very good price. PCBWay have you sorted. Simply start your instant quote and customize your PCB to how you want it. Anything from thickness to solder mask color. And then in a few simple steps, you'll be ready to check out. PCBWay also offers services such as CNC machining, 3D printing, injection molding, and sheet metal fabrication. Why not check out the gift store where you can buy preheaters, soldering irons, multimeters, and much, much more. Head on over to PCBWay.com to get started. It has been such a long time since I've dabbled with a Nintendo DS at all, let alone a 3DS. So we have our trusty little screw map here. We take our tweezers. I can see that we have a screw here and a screw here. Yeah, if I remember correctly, we do have some hidden screws, you see. Remove the casing just like, I hope, just like this. Anyway, there we go. All right, stage one complete. Oh, we don't even have a battery for this thing. Nothing at all in the battery compartment, so it's not going to be charging anything. I don't know if a Nintendo 3DS XL will work without a battery. And I don't have a working battery to test at this point. Nonetheless, I still want to go a little bit deeper and see what the situation is. All right, this doesn't look great here, does it? We can see quite a bit of rust on the bottom screen. Let's head on over to the microscope to inspect this a bit further. So this here is where the battery would plug in and sit in the device. Yeah, we seem to have what looks to be quite a bit of rust around the area. All right, I'm thinking this is the actual on button itself, which again seems to be okay, just a little bit corroded maybe down here. But this is definitely signs that this machine has been liquid damaged, I think. What about the main PCB? How does that look? This is where the charging connector goes in, and this looks pretty clean if I'm honest. We have a coil here. None of the caps themselves look rusted or corroded or liquid damaged. So the actual main board might be okay, which is really, really good news. The question is, do we actually have voltage coming into the device? If we put this the right way, that's the start. Multimeter in DC voltage. I'm pretty sure this is going to be ground here. And if we measure this probe, nope, what about this probe? This is most probably going to be positive, this one here. There we go. So we have 5 volts coming in. So we do have some charge coming in to the board, which is good. It means this connector we don't have a problem with. My bet is that, again, it's going to be the battery board, which is over here, showing those signs of corrosion, and the fact that we also don't have a battery. How does this ribbon cable look? Yeah, pretty clean. No issues there. Let's go ahead and remove the battery board that we have on the left. That way I can inspect underneath and see how bad this liquid damage really is. This is the ribbon cable that goes from the main board over to this little power board here. And that does look like it is not in great condition. Let's take some IPA and give this a little bit of a wipe. I don't know if that pad is fully gone or whether it's just looking a little bit crispy. I think it's gone. Let's try and scrape it. I don't think it's looking good, if I'm honest. One of those traces is definitely gone at least. So this cable isn't looking that great. Maybe even the one on the end here on the right as well. The actual power board itself, yeah, corrosion. Have what looks to be a little resistor thing here. That might even be a fuse potentially, but we can just see that we have corrosion on this battery board. Anywhere specifically that looks absolutely horrendous. I mean, here doesn't look that great as well. Button is still okay, but even the FPC connector down here, as you can see, is probably really burnt out underneath with this corrosion, so that is not good. I think we're going to need a new power button board as well as a new battery, if I'm honest, because of the amount of corrosion on this board already. I don't know what this little component is here either. I don't think it's worth trying to repair this, as well as the ribbon cable. The ribbon cable's got too far gone as well. Could do some trace repair on this, but if we're replacing the whole power board, I wonder if we were able to pick up the ribbon cable as well as the power board. Now, there's no point in me just ordering that stuff if I don't know if the screen actually works on this as well. So I'm going to continue taking apart the board and we'll take a good look at the screen. I've just noticed as well, I pulled the power board out and this ribbon cable was meant to be attached to here. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that somebody has looked at this before. I've nearly just been absolutely caught out by this ribbon cable down here. Oh, and there's another one. Oh my gosh. Ribbon cable galore. I really forgot how fiddly these were. Good news is that it doesn't look like we have any corrosion or water damage on this board. I think we now need to take out the card reader. These screws look like they're all different sizes, which is a pain. But that's why we have the screw mat. They'll just come out. Yeah, lovely. I think these little screws can actually stay in because they're for the joystick underneath. Right, what magic do we need to do now? Does this bit just pop off as well? Yes, it does. All right, interesting. Now we have access to the screen. Now, I don't know if the screen just kind of pulls out here. I'll try and be as careful as I can, but I think it does. I'll try not to lose this button that we have. Let's put that there. Slowly enough. There we have it. All right, now I know what you're thinking, but Joey, this screen might work absolutely fine. And do you know what? It even has the screen protector still on it. This rust here that we have is pretty much too far gone, in my opinion. It's a shame because if we caught this a little bit earlier, it might have been all right. So I think it's going to be, again, best practice to replace the bottom screen of this device. So to recap and confirm, power board, ribbon cable, and screen are going to need to be ordered. For me, this might even be a few weeks. For you, you're going to see this pretty much straight away. Let's get this stuff ordered and get this 3DS LL fixed. And just like that, after a couple of weeks, hopefully we have the correct parts: power board, ribbon cable, screen, and a battery. This came quite a bit quicker than what the delivery time stated, so that's a win. Now all I have to remember is how to put this back together, I guess. Let's do the nerve-wracking part of taking off the protective film. Okay. We have enough glue around here by the looks of it. That should just stay in there. Once everything's screwed down as well. Okay, good. So we have the screen intact. We'll obviously test this in a minute. I think this little bit goes down here, I want to say. Yeah, nice, fits. And then I think we have this contraption, which just sits nicely there. Jubbly. Now, Smart Joey would like to think that I actually laid the screws out as I need them, but that doesn't always happen. So let's go and just see. Yeah, perfect. Last one over here for the game card reader. Nice one, Joey. Now I think we have the horrible part with the actual PCB itself and all of these little cables. How on earth is one meant to do this? Okay, I think I got it in, and I'm gonna say I was extremely lucky there. Extremely lucky. Now we got this one. These ribbon cables can rip so easily. I need to be super careful because I don't fancy replacing any of these, or the top screen for that matter. Okay, good. I think we just got the one more here. There we go. Okay, that's in. Let's just close that. Jubbly. And now I think just a bunch of other connectors and whatnot to go back in place. Noticeably, the new screen one is here. Fits really nice and snug there. Almost a bit too perfect for my liking. Then we got this one, which I'm assuming is like digitizer. That one in the top as well. Little red antenna cable clip down. Game card slot. This little one. This one slot in as well. Good. That one in there. The microphone or whatever one that is. Okay, I think we're looking all right. I think we're looking all right. Now we've got the little Joy-Con as well to go in. There it goes. It like folds back on itself. How? Oh, I think. We take this off. We put the ribbon cable in first. Big brain moves. There we go. And now we put the Joy-Con on. I think these are the two longer screws. Yep. I will say in typical Joey fashion, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. So I might have screwed this. Back the screws. There we go. Screws back. Right. New power board and ribbon cable as well. I don't know if it matters what way this ribbon cable goes. I don't think it does. Need to somehow get that into here as well. Maybe up this way. Is that easiest? I think so. Please don't rip. I'm going to play this extra cautious and just unscrew this. I think that's going to be the easiest way here. There we go. Just slide it in. Screw that button back in. I think I've got this the wrong way. Because when the PCB is in, you can see it doesn't fit correctly. So clearly I've done something wrong here. No, see, that looks a little bit short as well. When I say short, I mean, it's not short. It's just completely out, this ribbon cable. If I go from here, look, that's not even close. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, I think I was doing something wrong. How's that? Better. There we go. And it only took me 17 years. Looking good. We have this little bit flopping up here, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that's okay. So I have this little kink here, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that when we put the housing on at the back, it's going to be okay. But I mean, it's plugged into this board as much as it can be. It just seems to be here. Maybe we need that little bit to sit down, but it's just not doing that. Okay, just sorted out those ribbon cables for the L and the R as well. I'm going to go 2 screws just to secure. Maybe 1 more in the top here. Pretty sure this is the digitizer, which has a protective film on it, so all okay. I'm nervous for this. Okay, let's put our new battery in. Let's put the back on ever so slightly. Now the question is, do I get some sort of light just down here when I plug our power source in? That's what we're looking for here. That's what we need. 3, 2, 1. I don't want to turn it around. I'm really nervous. Yes! Okay, we have a light. We have a power source. This indicates that the LL is indeed charging. Okay, now, second question is, do we get power to both of these screens or not? 3, 2, 1. Yup, blue light. Come on, please. Please. Just something on both screens. Ah, nothing. We got an on and off situation. Blue light. And a pop. Oh, no. So I don't know if you can hear, but it's making a popping sound. So we get a blue light and then you might hear a pop. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. That means that the top screen isn't working correctly. It's a very, very common issue in the DS family that if the top screen either isn't seated correctly with the ribbon cable or the top screen is broken and it's just faulty, that the DS will attempt to turn on but then shuts itself down, which is why you get that pop. The main thing is that we get power and a charge of the battery, which is what we didn't have before. I think it would kill me a little bit inside if I didn't just check all of the ribbon cables were seated correctly in this LL. So just to rule out any error on my part, that's what I am going to do. Right, I've just done exactly that, and the ribbon cables even underneath, it's going to be really difficult to show you, but they're all very, very snug, and I've taken them out and reseated them just to make sure. So that's all for the top screen, just at the back here. Okay, all fully back together again, all screws in this time. Let's see if it does anything different. Here we go. Screen open. Push the button. 3, 2, 1. Okay, blue light, good. I don't think so. What? Orange light? Yo! Okay, where's the top screen? Why is it not showing? Okay, well, wicked. Okay, so, okay. The volume works, so it was just me, I guess. But I can't see anything on that top screen. So maybe the top screen isn't working correctly. I don't know if any of these options are enable or disable top screen, you know. The analog stick works, etc. It's making noises. These buttons work. Did the A and B's work? Yeah, all this stuff looks good as well. This will be going straight back to Elliot for potentially a video on his channel, but it's got power, so we have done our job. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, if Elliot drops a video on this, be sure to check it out. Have a great rest of your day /week/weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.